Hey Naomi, so I remember in the last video you mentioned that I need documents to send my money. Can you explain more or tell us what the documents are?
Sure. So yeah, as I mentioned earlier, when you register, obviously we'll ask for a proof of identity and a proof of address. So that could be a clear picture of your passport, and then a proof of address could be, a lease agreement or some kind of utility bill within the last 3 months. That obviously confirms who you are, where you're living, and everything matches up to what you say. Then when you're ready to then book in the transfer, we would then ask for a bit more detail. So, how did you get your money? So source of funds. So normally if somebody sold a property or they had a salary or savings in an account, we would ask just for proof that that money is come from that source and that it's in your bank account. So we would just ask for a copy of your bank statement, or if it's with a lawyer in trust from a property, then we would ask for confirmation of that. And we then ask you to confirm why you're transferring. So are you buying a property? Are you paying bills? And then you also need to confirm where the money's going to in Israel. So is it going to your own personal bank account? Is it going to a third party? And if so, who is it going to and why? So it's really simple and straightforward stuff. We just need to ask these questions to make sure that the money is coming from a kosher source and it's legitimate, and that it's going to where it says it's going.
Okay, that's incredible. So essentially, it's just to prove who you are and to know if you actually exist.
Exactly, yeah. And
Okay.
most times, people is the same documentation. Somebody's maybe sold a house in America, they've got the money come from the house that's sitting in their account, and then then using that to purchase in Israel. It could be salary, it could be savings, they could have money sitting with investments and things like that. So as long as we can see the money is in your name or it's come from a source that's related to you, then it's completely fine.
An ID, it could be a passport, or and a utility bill. And what was the other one?
Yeah, so passport and utility bill for registration, then source of funds. So how did you get your
Source of
money?
funds.
And then
Okay.
where you need us to send the money to in Israel. So a proof of the bank statement in your name in Israel, or that you're going to a lawyer. We need to know where the lawyer's account sits.
Okay, fine. That's good. And everyone would ask this, or it's just specific with you
Everyone
for
would
like.
ask this. Yeah, this is basic due diligence that everybody would have to ask. We'd need to know where the money's come from. Even, for smaller stuff too, we'd have to just make sure that you check normally after you've done 3 or 4 transfers and it's not massive sums and it's maybe small 2 or 3,000, then it's normally goes through straight away. But for the first 2 or 3 transfers, we always have to check and make sure.
Great, that's amazing. And okay, I think we kind of exhausted this topic. So what's in tune for the next video?
Sure. So next time I'm going to talk about the main products that we offer and how we can benefit you. So there's 4 main products that we offer to our clients: a spot transfer, a forward contract, a limit order, and rate alerts. So they're all something that you wouldn't get from your bank. Most providers offer them, but obviously as a bespoke Israel kind of focused company, we can really help you with the shekel and some of the movements that it's got.
That's okay. That's amazing. Oh, and by the way, I did forget. If anyone has any other questions or comments or anything else that you would like Naomi to talk about, just comment below, or just send us an email. Okay, perfect. All right, we'll see you in the next video.